Hey, two viewers, TJ Pyramid here. I was tagged by my good friend on here, Marco the Movie Fan. Fantastic guy, super cool. He was tagged to do a video, top 10 slashers of all time. Um, and I have 10 here, but it was a hard decision, really, to think of the ones I wanted to use. There's one I really like that I don't have. Uh, Cold Prey 2. Absolutely love Cold Prey 2. I don't actually have a physical copy of that because it was released by Scream Factory, and it's still like a $14 used movie, which sucks. I'd love to have like a region-free Blu-ray copy of that, but I don't even know if those exist. The region-free ones. I know the Blu-rays exist. So I'm sitting here looking at some, and I didn't really think about like an order of like 10 to 1. So I think I'm just going to do like, these are my top 10, but not necessarily in any specific order because it's too hard to do. So I'd like to have Cold Prey 2 in there, but I don't have a physical copy of it. So I tried to get ones that I had an actual physical copy of here. So I'm going to go ahead and start with probably one of the newer films on my list. I'll start with the newer ones on my list first here. That just makes more sense to me. I think so. Oh, good. I have 11 movies sitting in front of me. Way to count, genius. So I'm just going to have to. I'm such a huge fan of like the new wave of the French horror type stuff, so I'm going to have to take one of them out. Let's see. I just mentioned this in the last one, so I'll mention this. I mentioned this one movie in my last update, so I'll mention this one and this one. It's worthy of it. So really, to me, a slasher film is any movie where you have somebody running around killing people. That's a slasher film. I mean, I could have easily thrown in like the new Maniac, the remake of Maniac. I could have easily thrown that in there. I didn't pick any of the Halloweens, the Nightmare on Elm Streets, the Hellraisers, the Friday the 13th, any of the mainstream ones. I didn't pick any of those because those are too obvious. So I'm going to go ahead and start with one of my recent favorites here. This movie was a lot of fun. Not only did it have like a lot of good gore, but it was also had a lot of funny stuff in it, which balanced it really nicely. But super fun. Stitches. If you have not seen Stitches, you really need to. Ross Noble as Stitches is just brilliant in this film. And once again, it's not really a 10 to 1 rating. It's just kind of, here's my 10, mix them how you want to mix them. Another recent favorite, and this is actually becoming a TV show as well, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. But Wolf Creek 2, John Jarrett. I have a friend named Josh Jarrett, so John Jarrett, Josh Jarrett. John Jarrett is just brilliant in this role. I'm thinking he's involved with the TV show. I'm pretty sure that he's still playing Mick in the TV show. I'd have to do more research on that, but either way, Wolf Creek 2, just brilliant. So I showed High Tension in the last one. Absolutely love High Tension, so I figured I would show this one in this video. But this is like like it says on the back, like the French answer to Hostel and Saw. You know, it's just a nasty little film, but Frontiers, just great stuff. I'm a big fan of Jeff Lieberman, and this is a really clever film in how this is done. But Satan's Little Helper, once again, a little bit of humor mixed in this, along with the guy wearing the Satan mask, but he's Satan, going around killing people. Really fun stuff. Jeff Lieberman's work is always good. This was probably my favorite movie of the year when it came out. I just thought this was brilliant as shit. I know there's supposed to be a sequel. The Scott Glosserman had a, what did he have, like kind of like a Kickstarter thing or something going on to where he was trying to get money to do a sequel for this. I haven't checked up on it for a while, but I really hope that he can eventually get the sequel made. But that's Behind the Mask: The Rise of Leslie Vernon. I just thought this was such a well done, brilliant film, and I think still very underrated. I think this is a really smart film that a lot more people need to see. Now, one of my favorite new, I'm assuming going to be franchises. Thank God they don't release them as often as they did the Saw movies or the Paranormal Activity type films, but I know there should probably be a third one coming of this, but I could have easily picked the first one, but The Collection, just absolutely super fun. The kills in this, the way the guy, stalks the people and attacks the people, just such a good franchise. Now to some of the older ones here. Some nice gore in this one here, directed by Joseph Zito. Tom Savini effects. You can never go wrong with a good old classic Tom Savini. The Prowler. Another classic one that I should probably upgrade to Blu-ray at some point. But this one works fine for now because it's a classic Anchor Bay. That's Torso. The Canadian classic Black Christmas. And the last one on my list, which was also in one of the ones Marco had picked, but I totally agree, the New York Ripper. And this could easily be my number one just because it's so smart and you really don't know who the killer is. So, I mean, for the longest time, yeah. But the New York Ripper, just brilliant. So there's my 10 slasher films. I don't know, maybe some of you don't consider some of them slasher films, but I do. Anytime someone's walking around killing people or something's walking around killing people and there's blood and there's gore, that's a slasher film to me. So thanks for watching. Thank you, Marco, for tagging me. I like doing these videos. I like having to look at my collection, actually pick out stuff. Sometimes the collection just kind of sits there and I don't really look at a lot of it, so this kind of gets me looking again. So thank you. The link to Marco's channel is down below. Subscribe to the guy. He's super fun, does some super funny, great out and about vlogs that are just so fun to watch. So check him out. Subscribe to my channel if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, or not. No sweat off my back. Cheers, spread the word, etc., and so on. Move along. Bye.